so messed up. Yeah, everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.
Hello, friends. I am Michael Halcomb, and this is another episode of Messed Up to Setups. And in today's episode, I'm going to be doing another episode on pulling back the curtain on my joke writing. So I'm just sitting here and was looking at a headline. I just recorded another episode. So if you haven't watched episode number 2, go back and do it. I just took the headline of the article I'm about to look at and milked 9 jokes out of that or so in about 10 minutes. So now I'm actually going to read the article. We're going to read it. I haven't read it yet, and see if we can pull some jokes from the body, the content of the article. So I'm going to pull that up, and we're going to look at it together, and I'll see if we can write some jokes. Now, you'll remember in the previous episode, I was using the logical fallacy of ad hominem as my starting point. That's just attacking the person rather than the content. And I'll keep that in mind here, ad hominem, as I go along. So, and see if I can write some more jokes from there. But first, let's look at the article. So here we go. Again, the headline of this one is New Jersey lawmaker warns mystery drones may originate from Iranian mothership. Should be shot down. This is by Taylor Penley on December 11, 2024 at 2:03 Eastern Time. All right, so let's just read and we'll see what we get here. New Jersey Rep. Jeff Van Drew said Wednesday that very qualified. So before in the jokes, I didn't know which New Jersey lawmaker we're talking about. In the content of the article, he's named here. Jeff Van Drew, never heard of him, said Wednesday that, quote, very qualified and, quote, reliable sources believe the mystery drones populating the Garden State skies are originating from an Iranian mothership parked off the U.S. East Coast. That's already very funny to me. Again, mothership in this context is funny, and then parked off the East Coast as if it's just the side of the road. So we'll come back to that. Actually, I'm just going to Iranian mothership parked off the East Coast. So I'm going to put that in my document and come back to it here in just a little bit. So let's keep going. Here's the real deal, the GOP lawmaker told Fox News' Harris Faulkner. I'm on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. Well, all it sounds like is here's the deal, I'm somebody. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources. Okay, so again, he's still talking about himself. I'm going to tell you, Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. The mothership is off the east coast of the United States of America. Okay, we keep going. Van Drew didn't provide the names of sources responsible for the information, citing confidentiality. So there's Jeff Van Drew there. Kind of, man, his ears are very low. Looks like he got his ears lowered. Looks like an AI-generated image. So I'm like, attack the person, right? Ad hominem. You go for the person instead of the content. Here you could do that by saying something like Van Drew looks like, right? Jeff Van Drew looks like he just got his ears lowered. So boom, there's the joke. I'm gonna write JVD, Jeff Van Drew looks like he got his ears lowered. Another way of talking about a haircut, but in this case, take it literally. It looks like he got his ears lowered. Let's see, his eyes are really close together. His forehead is gigantic. So we could talk about that. So I'm going to switch over. So we have this Iranian mothership. So let's do this. New Jersey lawmaker Jeff Van Drew says that an Iranian mothership is parked off the U.S. East Coast. You can do this. In related news, a Russian, what do you call those boats that go out to sea that the jets take off of? What is the boat a jet launches? An aircraft carrier. That's it. So, New Jersey lawmaker Jeff Van Drew says an Iranian mothership is parked off the East Coast. In related news, a Russian aircraft carrier is parked on his gigantic forehead. So there you go. That's an ad hom. An ad hom is where we again attack the person, not the content, not the argument. So we have two jokes here. Jeff Van Drew looks like he got us in, so we can do in related news. Jeff Van Drew looks like he was born with his ears lowered. So, silly joke. And again, it's just a joke. None of this is meant. He says, you know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward, he added later. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it's Iran. What? Whether it's a hobbyist or Iran, that's a huge difference there. And I think it possibly could be. They should be shot down. We're getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this. Van Drew's claim is officials and state residents demand answers on the mysterious development, yet major agencies remain puzzled by the ordeal, including the FBI. So the FBI remains puzzled. The FBI shouldn't be puzzled. The agency's investigating the sightings and have urged the public to report any drones they see. All right, so this is interesting, I think. Major agencies such as the FBI remain, I'm reading this, major agencies remain puzzled by the ordeal. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to put that quote here, see if we can get a joke out of this. So major agencies remain puzzled by drones flying throughout New Jersey. So it could even be more specific. Major agencies, including the FBI, remain puzzled by drones flying throughout New Jersey. So we could attack these major agencies. We could make fun of Jeff Van Drew again, make fun of New Jersey. When we're thinking ad hominem, everything's fair game here. Major agencies, including the FBI, remain puzzled by drones flying throughout New Jersey. So how could we make fun of the FBI for this? So we could just make an acronym out of FBI. Remain puzzled by the drones flying throughout New Jersey. Also, agents were surprised to learn that FBI stands for flying by, and then we have to come up with the I. So with the I, flying by incidentally, flying by, flying below. So flying by what? So I'm gonna leave it blank there because I don't have a joke yet, but there's something there. Agents were also surprised that FBI stands for flying by indiscriminately, incidentally. Iran. So let's see, something by Iran. So then what would the F be here? We could change that. So they could find the drone and see FBI related on it and funded by Iran. There we go. Boom. Agents were also surprised to learn that FBI stands for funded by Iran. Yeah, there we go. So I want to say something like when police recovered one of the drones, something like that. So a second version of this. When police captured a drone, agents were surprised to find an FBI inscription or engraving. Find that FBI. When police captured a drone, they were surprised to find an FBI code an FBI code on the drones funded by Iran. So something like that. So there's 4 jokes and, something to work with there. Let's see if there's anything else. The FBI shouldn't be puzzled. The residents shouldn't have to demand answers. So officials and state residents demand answers on the mysterious development. So let's work with that. Let's see. Put that there. Officials and state residents demand answers on the mysterious development. And then I had a joke from the previous episode that I thought could work here as well. Something along the lines of, but when Governor Christie responded, they didn't take him serious because he just finished watching Star Wars. So here we need to say something about the motherships. We'll bring this back. New Jersey lawmaker Jeff Van Dam, or whatever his name is, says that an Iranian mothership is parked off the U.S. East Coast. I'm going to put this down here. Officials and state residents demanded answers. But when Governor Chris Christie responded, they didn't take him seriously because he just finished watching Star Wars. So there's 5 jokes, 1, 2, 3, 3A, and then 4. There's 5 jokes out of that, and that's just pulled from the content. So that came in about 10 minutes. We got about 5 jokes in this case in about 10 minutes. So not too shabby. We could get more, certainly. Yeah. So this is a quick episode. Check out michaelhalcom.live for other tutorials. Again, these are all jokes, not meant to hurt anybody or take aim at anybody. They're just jokes. Yeah, I hope the writing tutorial, or just not tutorial, really just again pulling the curtain back on my own writing process is helpful. And particularly here, how using a logical fallacy as sort of a filter through which to make jokes can be a great asset, a great tool. All right, yeah, check out michaelhalcom.live for other videos like this, for articles, memes, like comedic content. All right, I'm going to stop there and say, hope that helps.
It's all messed up, yeah. Everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just